We are joined in studio by the one and only Miguna. He is a candidate vying for the Nairobi gubernatorial seat come the 2017 general election. He has come out as a strong critic of the current sitting governor, Evans Kidero, saying he is a thief. As simple as that. He's also criticized the other aspiring candidates or other aspiring aspirants. Beg your pardon, Mike Sonko Mbuvi, who he said is also a drug baron. He's also criticized Peter Kenneth, mentioning him as a beauty pageant contestant. It's as simple as that. Now, in 2011, he was accused of gross misconduct and was thereby suspended without pay from Prime Minister Raila Odinga's senior advisor in coalition affairs, and he was serving alongside Kivutha Kibwana. Now, this is just but a bit of information in regards to Miguna. He also contested in the primaries of the Orange Democratic Movement during the nominations for Nyando constituency, but he lost to Frederick Outa Otieno. Well, welcome to studio, Miguna. Thank you so much for coming through.
Welcome. Thank you.
Yes.
Although you are giving partial information.
What partial information?
Completely partial.
What is partial?
You're saying I was suspended, but you're not including that I was actually reinstated.
Then
and
you
I
refused.
declined.
Okay.
Declined.
You declined.
Yeah, but why do you leave that one out?
Well, anyway.
Kenyan journalists, you have to be accurate.
Okay.
And when you're with me, know your facts.
Know your facts. As simple as that. That's why I use this. I have a copy of what you plan for Kenyans or Nairobi County residents. I'll be using that just to counter check and have my facts correct.
Correct.
Yes. Well, let's start.
Yes.
Nairobi County population has a total of 3.138 million as of the 2009 census. Now, Evans Kidero vied in 2013. He garnered 692,000 votes. Compared to his closest rival, who is Ferdinand Waitito, 618,000. Now, this shows that Nairobi gubernatorial race is actually very tight. It's as simple as that.
No. That doesn't mean anything.
It does mean...
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's an election.
Yes.
And then you have another election.
Yeah.
People have lost elections before.
Exactly.
In America and other places, all over the world, even here in Kenya.
But we're talking...
So the fact that somebody was elected 5 years ago doesn't mean Nairobians are immutably fixed in one place. They elected you 5 years ago on a specific mandate. And if you fail on that mandate, you can get 0 votes.
So have they failed?
Completely, 100%. I mean, the garbage in Nairobi is unprecedented. It is one of the filthiest cities in the entire world. Then when you look at the unemployment of the youth particularly, including graduates, not D-minus graduates, these are real graduates.
Yeah.
These real graduates, 65% of them are unemployed because the governor does not even speak of employment. You've never heard him speak about employment or unemployment. Then you look at transport and transportation and traffic. And Nairobi, the roads are basically parking lots. Nobody moves. The amount of resources and money that is lost on just the wastage of time on the roads is also unprecedented. Then you look at homelessness. There are a lot of they call them street kids, but basically homeless kids. And then you look at the amount of slums in Nairobi. 75% approximately of Nairobians basically live in slums. These are inhumane living conditions with no sanitation, with no inside plumbing, with water which is completely unreliable, maybe coming once a week, and most of the residents do not have running water. There are no toilet facilities. Obviously, there are shacks. So human beings packed in shacks, 75% of them. Then you look at the land grabbing and the looting that is going on. The Auditor General has documented since 2013 that more than 200 billion worth of resources in terms of budget, in terms of tax levies, in terms of public land have been lost. That's more than enough to build a subway system in Nairobi, to build a light rail system in Nairobi, to construct affordable modern housing for everyone. It's enough to do most of the things that we are lacking. So when you look at that, and then somebody tells you they want to be re-elected for what? You failed fundamentally 100%. So you are saying that Nairobians should elect you so that you can completely bankrupt the city, like he bankrupted Mumia Sugar Company.
Yes.
So I'm saying no. And then you look at Mbuvi Sonko, who was supposed to be the one that is supervising and ensuring that devolution is actually a reality in Nairobi. He is the Kidero supervisor at the Senate, essentially making sure that the allocated budget is actually spent for what it was meant for. And the man cannot speak English, he cannot speak Kiswahili, he cannot speak Kamba. The man cannot speak any language that anybody can comprehend. So you have a functionally illiterate, incomprehensible, primitive man purporting to be a senator, basically usurping power. Why? Because Kenyans have been reduced to spectators in their own country. People elect those who have acquired illicit wealth, sometimes through drug trafficking, money laundering, and many other criminal activities. And because people are poor, they have this mediocre, primitive idiots presiding over public office, but with no ability to do anything. So now, the media, unfortunately, like yourselves, are fond of putting perfume on these skunks. These are human skunks that you call leaders. These are not leaders. These are very beastly creatures that resemble human beings, but have no capacity intellectually to function like human beings. So they are not leaders, they are not human beings, they are beasts that are just sucking public funds and resources from the system and leaving everybody completely in a state of squalor. This must change. So what I'm saying is this situation has to come to an end, and we have to start this August. It has taken us too long.
Well, allow me to cut you short. Now, country truck survey that was released by consulting firm Infotruck on Monday, the 20th March 2017.
That's not
Let me finish. 35.3% of registered voters in Nairobi said they would vote again for Dr. Evans Kidero. He was closely followed by Mr. Sonko, the man you've just criticized right now. Closely, that is 23%, followed by Mr. Peter Kenneth, 20.2%.
You see,
the men you're criticizing are actually in front of you in...
No, they are not. They are not, and I will deconstruct that silly poll. First of all, what is Infotruck? Basically, Ambitho, just an individual, right? An individual with absolutely no training in any kind of research, number one. Number two, who funded the poll? You see, for you to be a legitimate, objective pollster, you have to disclose who commissioned the poll, who paid you. These are going concerns.
So who paid this?
No, just wait. She's not a charity. She's a business. So if she's saying she's conducting a poll, she must disclose who did it. Do you understand? So you analyze it from who did she favor? Whoever she favored funded it, because she doesn't tell us who funded the poll, although that is mandatory. Number two, when did she conduct the poll? She does not say when. How many people were polled? She doesn't say how many. So, for example, if you poll all the people in Kibra, for example, you will most likely come up with an ODM candidate who is leading, because you go to Raila Odinga's stronghold. If you go to Mathare, you will probably come up with...
I'm pretty sure they know this.
No, just
I'm
listen.
pretty sure they know this.
No, but the press have not asked them that. Let me deconstruct her. So she's not told us the pool. She's not told us where these people came from. Has she shown us the questionnaire? Who drew the questionnaire? What were the questions? Because, for example, If you go to Nairobians, and by the way, they are not 3 million, they are 6 million people.
Yeah.
If you go to Nairobians and you ask them, on the basis of integrity, who is the best candidate? You know the answer would be obvious.
Definitely.
If you ask them, on the basis of incorruptibility, who is the best candidate?
But the question is, when they go to the poll, will they vote in terms of impartiality, integrity?
No, but listen to me. Listen to me.
Yeah.
The media, the role of the media is to inform the public and to inform the debate, is to raise the bar in terms of issues. If you are pedantic and you don't raise the real issues, the bread and butter issues that affect the public, for example, unemployment, if you don't ask them about unemployment, you don't ask them about garbage, you don't ask them about corruption, you don't ask them about the Auditor General's report, you don't ask them about Kidero's, say for example, foundation being deregistered, then what are you doing? What I'm saying is this: the polls are not asking things that they should be asking. It's not a beauty contest. This is not a question of asking who is the most beautiful. But remember, if you have a president or you have a governor who is in office, and you go to someone, a voter, for example, and you just ask blankly without telling them the issues, you say, who would you vote for? You see, the average voter's memory is not that deep. If the media's memory is not that deep, imagine an average voter. But so they will, just listen. So they will mention the name of the person that they saw on TV last night. And it's most likely the names of these jokers, these skunks that they will mention. But they're not dealing with the issues. So the answer will not reflect the wishes of the people. The wishes of the people must be determined on the basis of the issues. So what I'm saying is that InfoTrack's poll does not qualify to be mentioned in a program where I'm being interviewed, because InfoTrack, Ambitho, is not capable of tying my shoes. Yeah, when it comes to statistics, she's nothing. Yeah, she's just a peddler, like most Kenyan professionals have become peddlers of the cartels. Yeah, and it doesn't bother me.
So you're simply saying that this
these are flawed polls.
As simple as that.
They are trying very hard to shape the opinion of the people and to turn the people into voting for cartels. For example, the Standard, another cartel newspaper, was saying people don't care about manifestos. Where in the world does a legitimate media report that without interrogation? Who told them people don't care about manifesto? Instead, they should be saying people should care about manifestos. People should care about policies. People should care about programs. People should care about character, integrity, and record of the people running for public office. That is what a media should do. But look at your media. So shallow, so mediocre, so cartel-prone. It's disgusting.
Now, the reason you're here is simply because we're not cartel-prone. All the words you've just uttered, we might have invited them if we were cartel-prone.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm not saying, when I say media, I don't mean KUTV.
I know, but we're incorporated under the media you've just mentioned.
Yes, but you know the media, other than the politicians, are the most unpopular entity even in this country. You know why? People don't trust you. People don't trust you because you're not serving public interest. You must start serving public interest. When an issue comes and you're interrogating it, ask the question, where is the public interest? Once you determine and find the public interest, that's where you should be. Then whoever is against the public interest, that person you should not be supporting. You should not be the megaphone of the merchants of impunity undermining public interest. That is why I'm here. I'm here to deconstruct these cartels, including the cartel media.
Okay, you've mentioned cartels so many times. And I'm pretty sure you've also mentioned that Evans Kidero is part of that cartel.
Of course, he's one of the leaders of the cartel.
He's one of the leaders.
He's the band of looters.
Once you become Nairobi governor, I'm pretty sure you'll be facing these cartels who are not probably well known to each and everybody, you'll be in their playing zone. As simple as it.
They will run so fast.
Let me finish. How do you plan on dealing with them?
But first of all,
Assuming you're one man, you're dealing with so many people.
Rogers,
Yes.
I will not be one man.
Okay.
One thing people don't understand, and people, you see, there are actually hundreds of thousands of Kenyans who would wish to speak and get the platform to speak like me, but they have no voice. You don't know them. You would not invite them to the studio. So I'm speaking for them. But they're there. There are those that I give inspiration to, even at this university, Kenyatta University. Students are the most idealistic, the most revolutionary, the most transformative, the people who want the best out of a society, because they have not been tainted, they have not been intoxicated, they have not been compromised.
But how will we deal with the intoxicated people?
So just wait. Wait.
Yeah.
So I have a team.
Okay.
The team is a team just like me. They're
incorruptible.
Yes. They have integrity. They look for the best interest of the Kenyans. Once we come into office, the cartels will run. You would not even know how fast they have run. They would go to Mombasa where the cartels are heading.
But I'm pretty sure many people
just
say
wait.
this.
Just wait.
Yeah.
Nobody has. Give me an example of a leader in Kenya that has spoken about the cartels the way I do.